Hello, and welcome to another Rangarootcast with me, Rangaroot, and today we are doing a 4v4 Unjungle Lore. So, on Team Run on the Bluefor side, we have NemesIS with a bunch of squiggly little dots, Alpha 372, Yellow 7 Rays to eat a pie, and General Cho. And on Team 2 on the Redfor side, we have Vader, Underdark, Plysskin, and Emissar. So let's speed things up and get things going, sorry. Bluefor topping down all the markers. Gain the marker advantage. And away we go. Any planes? Are there going to be any planes today? No planes? Any planes? No planes at all, it seems. A little bit of trouble. That's the old Nasifi Kilo. So we've got a little bit of some helicopters, some blue over here. Red the same thing with some Heinz and MIH. Pretty standard. Some Curies, Humvees. Very infantry heavy push from Bluefor. And heck, the same with Redfor as well. Lots of infantry being thrown in. We'll just keep it up ×2. Probably be a long match. And they're going to be landing Redfor with a lot more troops than Blue at the moment. But Blue do have guys coming in through the ground. We got Faustman Jaeger, Fort 90s, 40 of them. They're scary, very scary. And that's going to be under Redfor control and Gulf. Got some infantry being plopped up. A little bit back and forth. Fouch Jaegers shooting down the incoming helicopters. Yaks coming over, gonna be dropping in the nape. I believe that is nape they do drop. Indeed it is, and they're gonna be burning them up. Nice and toasty like. Bit of artillery back and forth. Bluefor, what artillery do Bluefor have? They actually have Run Paladin already brought out. Got a bunch of Alpha Jets fitted for napalm bombing. F-16 as well. Going to keep the skies clear. Try and chase down the Midway. It does get shot down. Oh, the Alpha Jet's been stunned. And they all got killed. You have two Afghansky. Two Tunguskas, yeah. And these are just normal Tunguskas. Not even Tunguska M's. As you don't see Tunguska being used all too much. Those standard run, that is. In the middle, Redfor moving up a little bit to go. They actually do have control over the hill. Bluefor just holding on to the little town sector you have with Canadian Airborne and a few Pathfinders there. A guy in Go playing a Canadian deck. And up top it's kind of in Redfor control. You do have more of the area on mic, but Bluefor haven't really committed much either. So pretty neutral, yeah. Constant shelling onto the Redfor infantry and Echo. Paladin's constantly firing, and bloody hell, Bluefor gaining a +4 advantage. Red needs to really capture Lima and Julie at back points before they get an insane lead. Already at an insane lead at 260 points, which is, that's a lot of points for like 6 minutes in the match. Attack markers on the infantry positions. I do like how he has his light riflemen, like a bunch of them. All in these forests as his ATGMs, and he has a sub-chinook right in the middle where he's applying. The only downside just shows that they're all very clumped up together, so run, good bomb and run, and that's 2 platoons of light riflemen gone to the dust, into the wind. A bunch of Sheridan's as well, a bunch of Sheridan's. Jeez. Not really know that popular tank. Oh, Black Hawk is going to be going down. Oh no, it does get a ray just barely. And light riflemen just follow in Super Dragons into the BMP run Ds. TACCOM going to be landing. Down at bottom, constant bombing runs onto Echo. Trying to clear it up so Redfor can move up. That's a lot of their infantry. And Blue just keep pouring them in, Oh, Rodriguez all getting run Tunguska. The other one barely survived, and these Mortars not going to ambush the Tunguska as Rodriguez actually kills it. MiG-29 trying to intercept, and it's going to evac. Oh, Book. Rodriguez right sky. Some MI-24s Flying right over, getting shot down. These mortars is making a nice cut around the bottom of the Redfor forces here. Probably a bunch of Panzer Grenadiers 90s. Yep, oh no, just normal Panzer Grenadiers. They're just gonna eat everything up. And we have a bunch of rocket artillery from Red stunning up infantry. Good old bombing run on the Pans and the mortars. Yeah, it's gonna make them all nice and toasty, having to fall back. On go for BMP Rundies. Getting knocked out by the Saradins. You actually took the cut round here. I was expecting the Saradins to go up here into Mike and try clear out up. But they're cutting through into Gulf instead. Oh, we got an IL-2, and he's not dropping on the Saradins. He said he's going to be dropping it on the Light Rifleman. And this is why you don't put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, he kind of lost all of his offensive power on Mike thanks to his few artillery shot and a good old bombing run. Yeah, it is an interesting strategy, just spamming a bunch of Light Riflemen to do the dirty work. And that is going to leave Mike under Redfor control. Supersonic flying array and more Light Riflemen being brought out. I was really content with doing this Light Rifleman strategy, but I guess it's working as Bluefor already taking a nice plus run. Bottom's just back and forth. Blue now trying to move him through the top ridge hill line here. And Falchegers, KPCs, more Saradins. Really liking our Saradins today. But at least Scootchins and his Hind, they have very good shots onto him. See if he coming up to contest. Nice Sapper position. Easily clear any helicopters that fly around here. Oh, we've got a tier 2 ram down the path. We're just trying to try to keep some ATGM dominance here. Bit of an odd place to put a TAT ram. Like, it's not exactly the long range field that you really want, and he's moving it unsupported with no AA. So that might be a high priority for Blue in a sec. Marjories were coming up and getting shot down instantly by the FJB. A little bit of contesting on Mike. Light Rifleman and Canadian Airborne trying to regain a position, but the Monster Hercules and T-55s and BMP Rundies are going to say no to that. Especially Rundies, thanks to good old grenade launcher and a good old Nighthawk striker. I believe that was a Nighthawk. Bombing up the stuff back there, the AA. I think that's an MTLB Strela. T-72B, a Norov. Oh, Light Rifleman, that's going to be a nice shot, yeah. And he doesn't kill any of them. He's going to do another volley, round 2. That's going to get a few of them. This is such a weird strategy. Just, all he has is Light Rifleman. Just Light Rifleman and his ATGM troops all bunched up together in these small little tree lines. Got an M60 now, some Leopards and Cougar support from 7 rays to eat a pie. I didn't know there were 7 rays to eat a pie. I thought there was 8 to 9 rays to eat a pie, to be honest. But I guess we all learn something new every day. Got Panzer Grenadiers moving onto Echo. Going to be assault in the town, but the Panjagers are going to say no to that. And the Panjagers are going to, yeah, actually eat them up quite nicely. They do have an RPG, and that range that RPG can fire into the Grenadiers and do a nice bit of HE damage. Bunch of M48s being brought up. Hind and helicopters going around the bottom, but you have the OH out of ammo. Getting his last shot off and killing an Mi-8. More rocket arty onto Echo. And the Grange are going to get into the town, and these Panzer Jaegers probably won't have a good time with them. Oh no, run on run. Run v run me in the town. No scopes only. Oh, they're not fighting. Oh! The wrong guy with the Panzerfaust 4 left. Or 44. Oh, we got more Panzer Grenadiers in here. And he's just run v run in these T-62s. Oh, he does get killed Joe in the end. And Blue now do have control over most of Echo. We've got the infantry in here. No real infantry from Redfor, just a few more directly. That's bringing up a is that you can get a recon MI8? I did not know yet. I never knew you could get a recon MI8. Huh. I know it's like the MI9, but didn't know you can get an MI8 recon. Huh. IL2 dropping in its ridiculous payload. And there goes the Panzer Grenadiers. Now we do have Redfor in the middle and Gulf. They have a nice claw round onto the top part of Gulf with air marks directly. Oh, we got Rockies Joe doing in the 360 no scopes. A 50 cal sniper. A bunch of tow missiles onto the BTR. Knocked it out. Cold as day. I think his pursuit will probably get pulled. Will probably get stopped. Sheridan's stuck behind enemy lines. And we have Bluefor unloading onto the top against the light rifleman, probably to scatter around in this forest and shoot anything that comes down this road here. Actually, not really much in mics, so we can easily clear it out. Echo, we got the M48 completely out of petrol. They are shitting ducks here. And they're going to be shooting down Heinz and MI8 to just come right towards him. Su-25. That's a check. Ronda's doing a bit of an ATGM run and then instantly blocked. MiG-21. Also trying to get the M48. And just a constant back and forth on Echo. Now, Bluefor position on Mike is quite nice. We've got light riflemen shooting onto the T-55s. I believe he's just using normal light riflemen now, so he only has 10 AP on the Dragon compared to the 15 he would with using the 90s version. So that's going to be quite a bit of damage loss when to get these T-55s. It's maybe lightly armoured, but you only take 1 to 2 damage per hit from these normal light riflemen. And yes, the artillery is dropping down. What are Redfor using for the artillery pieces? 3 Acacias and a Ergen. Anything else? Got 2 Misters as well and a BM21. We've got Phantoms. They're going to be dropping in the nape, clearing out the forest. And that's going to burn up the CV, causing him to move. Really die? Oh no, he just got out of there with 1 HP left. Lucky sod. It's just complete sea of fire here. Rocket RT onto Echo. Stunning everything up. Like all trying to come down an MI8. And there comes a Tortor in it. So he has a free stack of Tor. That is just asking to get bombed by Nighthawk. That's like 240 points for AA. Just in that one little spot. And Bluefor is trying their darndest to move up into Echo, but with no avail so far. Just the artillery strikes and MiG strafing runs, giving them a run for their money. And Redfor, they may want to, even though there's 30 minutes left, they may want to start capturing some areas pretty soon. Because that is a lot they need to catch up to. That is a lot to catch up to. You've got to get 538 points in 32 minutes. And that can take a while, especially at a +1 tick. This is probably how it will go for most of the match. Unless they can move up all the way into like Charlie or Foxtrot or heck, even Bravo, if that's even possible. Yeah, there's a bit of a stalemate back and forth. Collecting on the mountains. Cougars coming up. And if they crest over, they'll probably get blapped, but he's not going to crest over. And stay on his side of the mountain. A bunch of more Soka, Behorta, Russian Marines. Splitting them up. Yes, you don't see many people splitting up their infantry in a forest. It's a very good habit to get into, as you can easily micro them around and spread them around your enemy instead of being in one concentrated position, making you very easy to get picked off by mortars. So having them spread out is usually quite nice. This fight over the forest and Mike. And the Echoes are most strictly barely making a bit of a foothold under the Bluefor side of Echo. More artillery back and forth, the good old arty game. And Redfor managing to completely capture Goth. Really have. If they can keep hold of this town, it'll be good to go. Because if they plot some ATGMs, they can deny this pathway here and deny any reinforcements coming up through here. And if they can do that, they can start moving over the mountain and get some sneaky peeky recon guys here to start spotting the stuff and Foxtrot behind Mike. So having this Goth position will be a very advantageous, just thanks to this one little hill and this town here. The Bluefor moving across the forest. C62M being a pain in the arse. He's just using normal light rifleman now. I bet he ran out of the 90s variant. So he's just doing ATGMs. And you see, not really that accurate, the dragon just going up in the sky. Thinking it's an AA missile or something. Redfor making their way down the valley. And if they can capture this valley as well, there's also quite another nice strategic position. Thanks to the fact if you can control this, you can usually move up into here. And that allows you to move up into Charlie and Foxtrot and Bravo. All because of this one little mountain side ridge plateau area. Not really sure what to call that geographically. And Echo can even move into Echo. This place allows you so many options to attack this one little hill and this little hill here. Just opens up the entire map for you to eat up. Now plus run is slowly but surely gaining up to blue. If they keep it its current rate with the time, they should be good to go, but they may want to capture another point or two if they want to catch up. Pontivati onto the Inf. Yeah, Born getting eaten up, and now really using these BMP Rundies extensively. A great unit on this map because a lot of infantry is like the main thing for this map. You want to lose a lot of infantry because not lose because of all the towns and the jungle, and Rundies will eat them up thanks to the nade launcher. And automatic nade launchers just devastate infantry, like absolutely devastate. Now Redfor making their move up into Mike. There are a bunch of light riflemen here. There's a whole, just bloody 3 platoons worth. Making their way over Mike. And a Chimera slap bang in the middle of it all. Unless we can get some good side shots on the C62. Yeah, they probably will kill him just due to the short range, and they can pan at short range. Yep. That will knock it out. Not real much progression on Echo. Got a slow but sure bleed out for Redfor at the moment. Just trying to bleed out onto the enemy. Catch up. Only 300 points left. Barely get over like 550. If Bluefor doesn't neutralise the points. As all Bluefor needs to do at the moment is just keep the points neutralised for another 16 minutes. Keep Redfor busy and just try to kill their CVs. But just looking at the map at the moment, It really does seem Red do have the unit advantage. They really do have a lot of like nice positions here and there, and just getting a bunch of light riflemen will not cut it out at all. NemesIS and his light riflemen. I bet his infantry section is probably just all light riflemen. I mean, yeah, it's probably all light riflemen. Probably playing like a motorized or mechanized deck. Yeah. Bit of movement into Echo from Blue, some Abrams, a Bradley, videos from T-72Bs, ready to intercept. And no, this is going to go around a bit, reposition. And now +2 for Red, actually capturing the mic point. That's going to double up their victory speed. But Bluefor have started to recapture the bottom infantry section here. That'll probably be hard to take back. We have a CV plopping into Goth, slowing it back down to plus run. But Redfor should have Mike really under control if they can just plop some man pads here to stop anything coming over. We'll get some ATGMs to stop any stuff going over the bridge. They should be good to go. But instead he's opting out for 8 Mi-4 AVs. A bunch of anti-infantry rockets. Oh, these ones actually do come equipped with pretty rubbish ATGMs. It's kind of like a very makeshift attack helicopter from Redfor. This was before the hind, ladies and gentlemen. $10 left. It's looking pretty good for Red. They can catch up. This is going to be all down to Blue to stop him from doing it. And the Mi-4s are flying out. And what are you going to be doing? Zachary chasing the light. C-62 is getting annihilated by M60s. You don't see this helicopter being used too much. A Black Hawk with a bloody 30mm autocannon, twin miniguns, and a bunch and 8 Hellfires. It's kind of like a makeshift Apache, to be honest. Oh, it actually has twin 30mm cannons and then twin miniguns. So an infantry's worst nightmare, to be entirely honest. I mean, twin 30mm is bloody crazy. I mean, I eat up most of Bluefor stuff for breakfast. But we'd have the Bertino firing, the good old burrito. Giving off its snappy rockets to the light rifleman. Spreading over the heat. Oh, T-80B, getting a bit of flanking. No, I do like his true emphasis in here. To stop any reinforcements coming up. But he doesn't have any AA. So this is probably going to go down just through a few planes if he ever so decide. Well, heck, even these M60s up here can knock him out. Yeah, let's bring up a CH now. Which is it's a Huey with basically first generation ATGMs. The SS ATGM, which was, I believe that was like TV guided, not TV guided, but it was very very primitive. The SS Smith. So it was the first ATGM ever. Actually, a French design. Pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, that won't kill a T-80M, but luckily he has moved it back out of harm's way. And now Redfor, oh, they're gonna get in the lead. They're at +3 as 2 minutes left. This is looking pretty good for them. They're moving up onto Charlie. A bunch of Malchukas, Mostraklis, T-55s, Hinds, the whole like Siska Bob, the whole Redfor force, and it got completely eaten up by the M48s and Abrams, Bradleys. yeah, that's going to be 600. 1 minute left. I think Redfor are going to have this in the bag. Let's see, bringing that back. They definitely bled heavily early on, Red. Like, a lot, because they didn't capture their back point. Probably just forgot about that. But they did end up pushing back Bluefor slowly but surely. And now yeah, it's going to be a victory. It's not going to be a point victory. It's going to be a time victory. And by George, I think that's the highest like kill numbers I've seen in a while. Like 21k, or 22k really, kills. Yeah, that's a lot of dead people. And Bluefor getting 16k, so Redfor definitely had a killing advantage. Yeah, just look at his KDs. 7k to 5k, 4 to 4, 5 to 3. Need some pretty good KDs here. But yeah, pretty awesome stuff. A good comeback from Redfor, and an awful lot of killing and an awful lot of dying. But hey, I guess that's the law of the jungle. And that's all I have time for. This has been another Rangrocast. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.